Welcome to the Reckless Experience with Mark podcast with your host, Mark Vickery. This is a podcast about life, the show that brings you the know-how, the how-to, and the WTF. Each week, discussing daily life with interviews of people you really want to know. Now, here's your host, Mark Slick Vickery.
Welcome to the Reckless Experience with Mark. I'm your host, Mark Slick Vickery, and this here is the Heartland Gardens at Ocean Resort, Oyster River, British Columbia, here on Vancouver Island. So I wanted to show everybody the garden. Lots of vegetables there for us. Lots of greens, lots of fiber to keep the stuff flowing. That'll lead up to what I'm gonna show you in a few minutes. So we're gonna head on over to that building and we're gonna meet Sandy. Well, as promised, here we are. Oh wait, this isn't the Colonics room. No, this is outside the Wellness Center and our event center here at Ocean Resort. I just thought I'd share a little while I was here. So we got the beach house, a couple of spa tents that are in the process of being set up. And what they do is they do spa treatments right out here on the beach. Isn't that awesome? So this is where I'll be going, inside here. We're gonna go see Sandy. Wish me luck. So here I am, I'm about to get started with Sandy. I just wanted to express my thanks to Sandy with her company Lighten Up. I'll have all her contact details and information and a video clip of her business card. They do colonics, they do laser therapy, so a little of everything. And well, not a little of everything, but it's their specialty. So I'm about to go in, so I will piece together what I can, and yeah, so oil change, here it comes. So here we are inside the clinic. Just a quick look around. It's not quite set up yet, but she's getting there. So colonics machine, the bed of death. No, it's not a bed of death. So this is where all the action happens. Right down even to the poop emoji. Gotta love it. So yeah, that's where the king sits. That'll be me later. And pretty simplified. Toilet and shower for the messy days. And of course, a little bit of education here. So here we are with Sandy. Say hi, Sandy.
Hello. Hi, Sandy.
Nice. Yeah. So here, the oil in the machine. No, it's not oil. It's actually coffee. Yes, coffee. Organic coffee. So Mark's gonna be wired for sound. No, we'll explain a little bit more about that later. So I'm gonna let Sandy finish up so I'm not in her way and holding her up. So Sandy has given me these fancy shorts I'm gonna put on.
Call them party pants.
She calls them party pants. So I'm gonna get out of this fancy attire that I'm in now and I'm gonna put into this clothes fit for a king, right? All right, so I got this fancy dad bod out with my fancy farmer's tan and these peekaboo shorts. Here, look. No, I'm not gonna actually show you the hole. She's gonna see the hole though. Ha! All right, here we go, folks. She's got this fancy tool.
Yeah.
And
don't worry, it only has to go in. It only has to go in 3 inches, but it doesn't feel like 3 inches. It feels like 5 miles.
wow. Stay tuned.
Now, does that feel like the right place?
Yes, it does.
You keep that with 3. That's only 2 inches. It's not quite in far enough. Okay.
Sandy, it's a good thing we're friends.
to waste with, I'm going to bring this to your foot. I'll bring this foot over towards me, towards the bed, and then roll over onto your back. And I will be hanging onto the tube. And you can open up your legs now. You don't have to keep them together. And now you can see the tube there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the coffee. There you go. And we're gonna go slow.
Ooh,
Yeah. Can you feel
tinkles
it?
a little.
Does it? Okay. How do you feel? We're just going to take sips of coffee because then you're more likely to be able to take more. And if you want to get fancy, you can do a bridge. Do you know how to do a bridge?
I don't know how to do a bridge.
Okay, a bridge is when you, like yoga, where you lift your butt up in the air.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable
Are you?
now.
But
yeah.
I want to get that all in.
Okay, so I'm gonna arch.
Yeah, you're gonna arch, and we're gonna, because this gets it in further. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm perfect, Sandy. I'm just
Alright.
filming my reactions for my followers here.
Okay.
This is, it's actually not that bad.
No.
I was a little worked up getting in here.
Yeah. The worst part is the insertion, and that's over.
Yeah.
And actually, it doesn't hurt. It just feels wrong. It just feels wrong. That's the way to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how long does this process take, Sandy?
Well, the actual treatment is only about a half an hour, but it's all the prep, getting in here, getting you on the table. Then
Okay.
afterwards, you need some time on the toilet to finish emptying out the water.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could have a situation going home.
Leaky gaskets.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
No.
It's like leaving the oil change facility with your car and leaving a trail all the way home.
That's right.
I'm feeling
Full?
fuller.
Well, we can stop anytime you
No,
want.
no, you do what you need to do. But this is, see that fancy chair over there, that where I said the king sits? I'm going to be sitting pretty there later.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting. Ooh,
There we go. Okay.
backfired?
Yeah, I'm going to turn that off now.
Okay.
And you can come down.
Okay.
Just lower, and now we want to soak, because in order for the coffee to do anything, you have to leave it in there for a
Okay.
few minutes.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
And we'll just see what you can do with
Okay.
this amount. Yeah.
I've drank a pot and a half and I'm full. So we're good.
This is only, what, 2 cups, I think.
2 cups.
Yeah.
2 cups. So Mark exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like most men do. So yeah, this is, see the smile on her face?
It's a good
I'm very disturbed. Sandy is a great person. So she works here in the facility on a regular basis. So we've gotten to know each other. And yeah, so this changes our relationship greatly. And Mark's got a hell of a cramp in his rib. Good old bridge from being out of shape. So right now we're just
soaking.
we're cold brewing, as Tim Hortons calls it.
Yeah.
We're doing a cold brew. We're letting it soak and steep.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark will taste fabulous when it's done.
Well, what's happening is that you're absorbing some caffeine and some palmitic acid, and that's going to travel via the portal vein system directly to your liver. And the caffeine is going to stimulate a bile release, and the bile is going to help flush out the fat-soluble toxins from the liver. And the palmitic acid is going to stimulate the production of glutathione S-transferase, which creates glutathione in the liver, which is your master antioxidant. So you're going to get a charge of antioxidants. If you can hold it. You have to hold it maybe 10 minutes.
I'll hold it.
Yeah.
I'll just clench.
Sometimes you don't decide. Sometimes your butt decides.
My
for
butt
you.
decides
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
Usually it's my wife.
yeah.
So it's about time my ass got a chance to choose. That sounded wrong, didn't it? Yeah. Might have to edit that out. Maybe. Now, for those of you who know me, they know I'm not very shy. A little too forward. And I'll be honest with you. That's a little too forward right there.
You want a good, better view? You want me to move my hand?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I think the view the viewer's seen is good enough.
Yeah.
I if you look far enough back on my TikToks, you might see my ass anyway. So if you really need to see it, go to TikTok. So
There we go. Halfway there.
yeah, it's not bad at all. It's a good feeling. I was kind of scared for nothing. A lot of guests that stay here at the resort see Sandy,
Twice a
and
week.
some of them actually fight to get back in to see her before they leave. So they like what she does and like how it makes them feel. So, and for those of you that don't know, I haven't really talked about it, as I have had some GI tract issues the last couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to just clean out the system. I've changed my diet greatly in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully that's just the problem, and I just needed a good oil change. So, but we're halfway there, Sandy said, so hopefully we can hold it in.
Hold it in to get the benefits. Yeah.
I'm all for freebies. We'll see. So do you do this, how often do you do these?
For,
Do you do
for
these
clients?
daily? Yeah, for clients. Do you do them
Yeah.
once a year, once a month?
Oh, it totally depends on the situation.
Yeah.
It
So
depends.
if I'm a strict vegetarian, I'd probably do more maybe, or no?
No,
Does that
probably
matter?
less.
Probably less, right?
Yeah,
Because you're eating
because-
better foods,
Yes,
right? So
if you have lots of fiber and you're
so you're a
moving regularly.
meat eater like me, then you're gonna get clogged up probably. And my keto carnivore is probably what does this, because basically I eat nothing but carnivorous. I eat meats for a whole week. 4 days is what I call a week for this. Morning, afternoon, night, I just eat meat. No breads, no carbs, nothing. Sauces.
No fibers.
No, well, I will eat sauces and spices, which of course give you some, but no, the keto carnivore is just that. And then I go into a normal keto diet. So low carbs, no sugar. Most of my sauces I use are sugar free, so that makes a difference. But I'll go to the vegan and the vegetarian off and on. So,
Well, you really need vegetable. Our system is designed to need vegetable fiber,
yes.
so you do need vegetable
yes,
fiber.
yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
Like try to eat a raw carrot or two on the days you're eating meat if you can.
Yeah, so the reason I do that, Sandy doesn't know that history. So I had lower back surgery and had broke both my legs, and I was on a strict vegan diet at that point. So for me, I went back to eating beef, and the beef has properties which help you heal a little faster, but unfortunately they also have fat and can cause a lot of problems, and it all depends on how it's cooked. So for me that worked, and as I get older though, it's no longer working, so we're gonna have to change that. So Sandy's the start of that change. She's still smiling. It's a good thing though, because as long as she's happy, I'm happy.
There you go. You're going. You're doing great.
That's good.
Look how much coffee you have in now. It's great. Good for you.
I think I got the shakes. Too
No,
much coffee.
You do not.
I better not laugh. I might spit that out
That's right.
from the other end. So yeah, it's not a bad feeling. I don't crave it or like it, but I mean it's comfortable, and Sandy's very comfortable. She's an approachable person, so very professional, and it's very nice to be able to do this. I'm an open person, so it's easy for me. Some people that are shy may not be able to do this at first, but she's very easygoing, very professional, and it definitely is the right choice. So, for sure. But we'll, like I said, in the end credits, we'll also have an image of her business card with all her contact info, as well as any links to any website or anything like that she may have as well. So. And yeah, this is, I could almost sleep here, maybe not. It's a very comfortable bed. It's warmed, heated up, so my back's nice and warm. And as many of you know, I've had lower back surgery. The heat seems to do well for me, so I like it. We'll see. So Sandy, do we put all that in
If you don't have to.
if the body allows it?
Yeah. The secret is to just do it in sips. Just do it a little bit at a time.
So does that depend on? So because I'm a hefty eater, I'll have large storage capability down there. That'll make a difference too, right? Or
Yes.
would it?
Well, it depends on the reactivity of your colon.
Oh, okay.
If we don't, we're trying to give this to you in little sips, so we're not activating the desire to expel.
Okay.
So we're just kind of we're going in stealth mode.
I like that.
Yeah.
Stealth mode.
Yeah. Trying to get it in.
Whoop
there.
it up, shove it in, stealth mode.
Yeah.
No, that's a good way to go about it though. Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Really slow.
I have to thank Sandy very much. She's been very patient with me with videotaping this. I'm very grateful that she's allowing me to do this. So every once in a while, I feel like it almost feels like I want to evacuate.
Yeah.
But I just think of something else, and it.
That's right.
And it goes to. Maybe this video is a good distraction, I guess.
Yeah.
Do your clients normally talk to you throughout the process?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
do.
tell me things they haven't even told their counselor. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. You got something shoved in my ass. I'm willing to tell you anything right about now, Sandy. Okay.
Yeah, we get close really fast.
So, like my tattoo artist,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit friendlier. You can open up with Sandy.
Or you can bring in. One guy said he couldn't do this treatment unless he was allowed to bring in his boombox. So he brought in his boombox and he blasted his music, and that's what it took to get through it. So that was fine.
Very interesting.
And I had a 15-year-old boy. He needed to watch his anime in order to get through it. So he brought we watched his anime together while we were doing the treatment. Yeah.
So no matter what, to be comfortable, Sandy's there to help. Good deal. I could see that. I could see me. I mean, obviously, you and I are acquaintances, friends, and we socialize a lot. We always have. And I wouldn't do this to you, but I mean, if someone comes in, I'm willing to bet a couple of earbuds probably relax you and stuff. But I'd like to be able to hear her and then find out what's going on. And I all of a sudden felt flush and full.
Yeah, you got it all
Did
in.
my cheeks swell up?
You got it all in, honey. It's all there.
I'm full. Yeah, that's oh.
You okay?
Yeah, old man cramps from arching. The joys of having a crappy back. So yeah, definitely feel full and a little cooler down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the stuff at the end, right? It's been cooling off in that tube, so it is cooler.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, right now, outside here in Oyster River, British Columbia on Vancouver Island, it is 35 degrees. At 9 o'clock this morning, it was 31 degrees. So this building is unair conditioned. So this room is actually quite cozy for having those temperatures right now. So I'm grateful.
Yeah.
So curious, Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
I usually like 2 creams in my 2 creams in my coffee, not my sugar.
Oh,
What do we have in this coffee? Just coffee, organic
it's
coffee?
organic coffee. Yeah.
So I'm doing without the dairy products, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
So. The greatest thing ever is she has a mirror that I showed you earlier at the end of the bed that I can see the whole process. The ins, the outs,
Everything
and everything in between. My cheeks. I'm trying to make light of this. Sandy's being a great sport. I'm much appreciated. So we're almost there, eh?
Oh no, you had all the coffee, and this is the second one. This is water. I put some water in the tank. It's got a little bit of coffee residue, but I put some water, and we're expanding you out so that we get the nooks and crannies, any curves and.
So in your intestines, you have like little fingers. I remember biology, like I believe, right?
No, that's in the small intestine.
That's in the small
Yeah,
intestine.
the
so
colon doesn't have.
colon doesn't have it. Okay, so this is all in the colon.
This is all in the colon. You have a one-way
I got a hell of a colon.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have a one-way valve called the ileocecal valve on your right side over here, and it's a one-way
Oh,
valve.
don't push.
It doesn't allow.
She's trying to push it out of me. No,
It doesn't allow anything to go into your small intestine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. We don't want that backing up in there.
So next time you're using the shower head, don't worry. You're not gonna back yourself up. Yeah, that's me being an ass. I know.
You're doing great. 10, 15 minutes so far? Can
Yeah.
you do 10 more?
Well, according to this video, 16:23. So so far we're good. Yeah. I'm a trooper.
Yeah, you are.
I'll take what's needed. I actually like I said before, I had some issues. I was couldn't wander far from the toilet, and this has been the longest time I haven't had to run to the toilet. So that's a good sign to me. I'm grateful. But I didn't sleep well last night, so I could honestly close my eyes right now and go to sleep. I'm that comfortable. So, good to know. Thanks for that, Sandy.
Sure, go to sleep. I'll wake you up when it's time.
As long as you don't have any bigger tools. I have to point this out. This is the greatest thing ever. The little poop emoji. This little display. I love it. But that poop, I can't even talk now. The poop emoji. So my job here at the resort, I lock up the facility every night, and I stick my head in here to make sure everything's off. I always see that poop emoji, and I chuckle every single night. I love it.
I bought that for a client that said she wasn't going to do the process unless she had a teddy bear. So I got the poop emoji, and she cuddled the poop emoji instead.
So cuddling the poop while cleaning out the pooper.
Yeah.
I love it. This is definitely one of the very comfortable rooms in the facility. We do have other spa rooms here that the Fresh Start Wellness uses. Oh, I feel flow.
Yeah? Things are starting to move?
Yes. I'm starting to feel full, but this is good.
Can you hold it? There's
I can hold it. Yeah, I can feel that. Not really pressure. It's kind of like, you guzzle back a glass of water and you feel kind of bloated.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, you chugged it back too fast. That's what it feels like. And
well, what's happening now is you'll get waves where your body is reacting to the pressure in your colon, because you have pressure sensors that tell you to expel.
okay.
So you'll get a wave. It's just like being on the bus, and it's like suddenly you have to go, and it's like, no, I can't go. So it'll subside.
Okay, so
It'll subside. Yeah.
you kind of relax, right? That initial pressure, and then it relaxes. And some people in life can be very reactive to certain things, and I imagine that this would be the same, right? You'll get some people that overreact, right?
Sometimes, but I talk them through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandy's very soothing. She's easy to talk to, and that's very important. And until now, of course, our relationship has changed, but it's changed for the better, right? It's good. I understand a bit more about what she does and how she does it, and it's to me, it's very important. And it's very important that she's easygoing and very calm. It's helped me a lot here. So, but my legs definitely are the worst part, because they go numb a little bit when I sit in a long period of time.
You can straighten out this leg.
This way.
Straighten it out.
I'll stretch it out a little. Oh,
Yeah.
right there is perfect.
Yeah.
So for me, I've had 2 broken knees, legs, and a broken back. So for me, getting comfortable on a bed has been a challenge in many years. But I'm a side sleeper for that very reason, and have a little brace that goes between my knees to keep my back and nerves unpinched. So this is comfortable though for anybody that's had any issues, whether they be elderly or young, this is definitely a comfortable process.
So we're getting ready to, you have pressure waves, but then there's the tide turns, and that's when it's all gonna come out whether you let it or not. So that's when we'll let it out.
Okay.
That's when the tide, because that's your colon deciding its time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not forcefully holding it in. Just so
No,
you know.
I'm
So-
holding it in with a valve. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So, and you have an in hose and an out hose down
Yes.
there,
Yeah.
right? So, for
The little hose is the in hose, and the big hose is the out hose, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of blindly videotaped that, so hopefully in the editing we'll be able to see that a little closer. So yeah, so far, like I said, it's comfortable. I'm not forced to hold anything in, and it's good. You know, I don't feel like a Slurpee machine or nothing like that. It's good, right? Every once in a while I'll feel a coolness with the liquid, like she said, a wave, almost like the tide came in, and then my body, or my colon, I guess, relaxes. So yeah, it's good. I really can't believe I'm actually letting everybody see this and my reactions, but it's worth it. It's fun. I had some good laughs with Sandy in our conversation. She allows me to be that goofy guy I like to be without being offended, and I like that.
Almost there, Mark.
All right. Oh, look at that. We're
Almost good.
almost done. So when this is all done, when she does, I guess, would you call it an extraction, or is it just you naturally let it flow?
Yeah, it just naturally flows out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to try and show this to you, if you can kind of see where we are. There's a lighted spot on the machine there, and what it has a clear tube, and it allows Sandy to visually see what's being released and stuff, so she can tell when it's done, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like I said, very comfortable. I like it, and a little bit different because I'm kind of putting her on the spot by videotaping her and stuff. She's been a good sport, which I much appreciated. So,
Can you hold it a few more minutes?
yeah. I have no sensations to release or anything.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's and when I first started, I did. Remember, I told you, like I said, I'd already had a couple of trips to the toilet, so because I'm having some issues. But that went away the moment you softly, gently inserted that device. But yeah, no. Every once in a while, I'll have I'm gonna call it a pucker up feeling.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm clenching naturally, not by force, and then it just kind of goes away. So, and there's another one. So, I don't know if that would be considered similar to like a contraction with a pregnancy. I don't know. It's really hard for anyone to know that unless they've had it. So maybe a woman that's done it should be able to compare that feeling, but I can't. So that's. But yeah, it feels comfortable. I'm definitely. It's hard to say. Can't think of words right now. I'll just sit here and look pretty.
Well, right now, some of the components should have reached your liver. You should have absorbed some from the colon, and it would have traveled to the liver. So now your liver's probably working on a bile release. So, and the bile release itself can feel, if you're a little bit nauseated, that's usually what it is that you're releasing some bile into the small intestine, and it has to travel all the way down the small intestine, and then it comes out the colon.
Okay.
So it's a nauseating feeling, but it's not overwhelming.
So I'm a regular user of milk thistle. I've always, as a young child, I had bowel issues, and my grandmother actually used to, being that we're Scottish, always would push milk thistle on us. I honestly haven't taken the time to bother, but I've always had milk thistle around, and I've always used that in my diets and stuff. So not sure how that makes a difference or anything.
Yeah, it
It
helps
works
the
for your
liver.
liver for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
We've had some. It's always worked for me. Always listen to your grandmother.
Add some dandelion to that.
Well, that's something I eat regularly too, actually.
Yeah,
Dandelion greens. I have eaten the dandelion yellow heads. We used to make salads with them, but yeah. So I'm a Vickery. I'll eat anything. So, but yeah, Sandy's been great here, and I got distracted there because my hind end was puckering. So it is a little distracting. I will say that when you're trying to talk, it can be a little distracting, but it's nothing major. It's not painful by any means. This is when I first got here, I was worried that it was going to be like, oh my God, she's sticking something in my ass. But yeah, it's been pretty easy going and comfortable. So let's see where we're at.
Yeah, you're doing a great job holding. We'll hold for 5 more minutes, and then we'll release. Even if you don't, even if you don't need to, we'll still release.
Hear that, guys? She says I'm doing a great job.
Yeah.
Do I get a cookie?
No cookies.
No cookie. Disappointing. Damn her. Yeah, definitely. You definitely feel full, but not to the point where it's pressured and. So I asked you earlier about so someone like me who eats meat or eats irregular, I'll say. We're not always on a steady diet. We don't have the same things every week. What would you recommend this once a month, once a year, or just as needed?
And usually it's case by case basis. It's always case by case for this.
Okay. So what would encourage someone to call you up and say, I need an oil change done? What would encourage that?
If they're getting backed up for any reason, maybe they've been traveling and they're one of these people where as soon as they start to travel, their digestive system shuts down, or they're getting ready for a colonoscopy, or if they're having some issues, like they just found that something's gone off and they need a little flush, they need to clean out. Yeah.
Okay, so fair enough.
People instinctively know when there's something's not doing well, right? So, fill that tank again.
I'm doing such a great job. She's filling the tank up again. You ever fill a water balloon up? You know, when you're getting water balloons ready for a water balloon fight for the kids? I think she's enjoying it that much. Is that flowing in me right now as well?
No.
No, okay. Because it all of a sudden felt like a cold wave.
Yeah, you do get a little bit before I redirect the water. You get, like right now, you should be getting. And when the machine's not running, it cools down.
Okay.
It's not pulling water from the hot water tank, but.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So that's why you get little.
It was very soothing though. It actually wasn't bad.
Now we're going to.
I must say I respect all of you if you've watched this through, because most of the time you're seeing my ugly mug and you're seeing my facial reactions, but I appreciate y'all watching this all the way through.
So now we're adding some water until you feel the need to release, and that this will give you a good start to a flush. And you'll be able to see everything coming through the tube there.
I feel like somebody's got an air bubbler in my butt right now. It's bubbling. At least that's what it feels like.
Okay.
It's gotten to the point where I feel like I have to hold it in. Should I just relax and let it flow?
Just relax. Yeah, I'm holding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it appears that I'm getting to the point where I'm full and it's starting to flow out.
There we go. Okay,
it's flowing out of me. My colon has decided it's time.
It's time. Yeah.
So
we're gonna start.
Ooh, yeah. Feels like you're having a good. When you get backed up and you're gassy and you get little gas cramps and then you release. Some of you might call that a fart or trying to think of the words, and expelled a flatus through my anus. That might be the correct term, I guess. So yeah, it's definitely, oh, there we go. Whew. That was actually it was like a sigh of release, and I can feel the bubbles coming up through my body. Like I feels that muscle contraction, I guess, is what that might be.
Well, the bubbles are gas. Like you must be pretty gassy.
I have been. I've been like clenched up a lot of nights lately with gas. So it's
okay. Yeah, we're getting a lot of gas out.
That's good. That's good.
Normally it doesn't bubble like that for everybody.
No. Okay. Good to know. So for those of you that have never had this done, it feels wrong to expel. So my colon is, I naturally want to hold it in because I'm not on a toilet, right? So that's the hardest part right now. So with that being said, I naturally want to hold it, but I'm trying to relax, and my colon says just let it go, right? And it releases. So it's so there. I'm not sure if you can hear that every once in a while. It just sounds like a toilet flush, right?
Yeah.
So, and now she's pushing on my gut to encourage it.
Yeah, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I'm just trying not to crap on your table because that's the natural reaction. So.
Well, I'm holding the tube.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable with that. So you can kind of see what she's doing here, and.
You okay? Just let me know if I'm beating you up too much.
No, that's good. I just. I definitely feel crampy, but that might be because I've had a lot of gas. So I have a feeling to release. So it's a hard part here.
Finally,
so there we go. There we go. So
good job, Mark. Good
so
job.
Now she's getting what you call solid waste.
Solid
waste. So
we uncorked you.
Uncorked me. It's I am definitely crampy, so that got to that point. So she's massaging and rubbing my abdomen area as I'm trying to do. So, it's definitely a better feeling after though. So it's
well, cramps are muscle contractions, right?
That's what they
It's your smooth muscles trying to move the waste through.
Okay. So.
You okay?
Yeah.
Beating you up?
No, yeah, a little bit, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So. Oh. I have a feeling like I just have to poop. Well, I guess that's the easiest way and the most simplest way to put it.
Yeah, because that means there's a mass moving down.
So
there we go. There's more.
I have So I have the feeling to evacuate my bowels. I guess that.
And you are.
And I am. She says.
Yeah, you are very much. So.
And I can see in the mirror, but I'm not going to show you that. Just
It's lots.
Yeah. So.
And there's good liver release too. You're having a good liver release.
So how do you know that?
Oh, there's this yellow foam in the tube.
Yeah.
And that only happens when you get a good liver release. Yeah.
So does that mean my liver's functioning good? Is that?
Well, it means it was able to release some bile.
Okay.
Which carries with it some fat-soluble toxins. It's a really good liver cleanse. And there's a lot of clinics that use that when people are in dire straits.
Okay.
You have to rescue the liver then, and that's one of the ways they do it.
So the idea is to relax, not force out.
No. If you force out, I'll have to clean the mirror. Yeah.
Force out, have to clean the mirror, which is about 2 or 3 feet away. So that's a scary thought. So I will not force anything.
No, because it's not a tight seal, right? Like it's not a perfect seal, so you can leak, which is why you have the shorts on.
Okay.
And why you have the pad underneath, and why this floor is tile, and why there's a drain, and why there's a shower, and all those things. Yeah.
So if I make a mess, she's gonna hose me in the room down. Basically, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
So.
Most people don't.
Is this natural amount of flushing?
This is very good. You're doing really well.
Okay, that's good to know.
You were packed.
So that might have been my problem.
Usually, if you have constant diarrhea, it can mean that you're so packed that the only way the body can expel is if it makes it into a liquid, so it can get past everything that's stuck there.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's more up there too.
Yeah, I can feel it moving.
Yeah.
That's a weird sensation. I can feel it moving, and I've never. I'm understanding the colon and the intestines a little bit better and how they flow. Like, I can really feel it moving throughout the colon and such. So she's back, beat the crap out of me. So I have this funky dad bod, a little belly. Does this change this depending on how clogged up someone is?
It can.
It can, eh?
So that can be related to the liver as well.
So I'm not gonna like drop 3 belt sizes by coming to see you.
Some
people are bloated that much.
Some people, but it takes more than one treatment if you're that bad.
Yeah. I know I've had.
It takes more than one treatment.
I've been bloated to so bad where pants didn't fit me, and then of course you expel, and that changes. So. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that got past a big gas bubble. Good one, good one, Mark, good one.
That felt good actually, because I was really cramped all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Ah, good.
No, you're doing very good. Very well. Both liver and colon are really expelling. So this is definitely worth it for you.
I've been, so Sandy over the months has been like, hey, I got a free appointment. And, because I did discuss this with her, it's something I wanted to get done. And yeah, it's, I've always had an excuse. And be honest with you, you shouldn't make excuses. When it comes to your health, if you need this done, you should do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. Sandy's your girl. And I feel like I'm about to poop on her bed.
No,
and
okay.
whoosh, there it goes.
Yeah. Through the tube, there's nothing
through
in
the
there.
tube. But the idea is to relax. So whatever, she is open to whatever method you need to relax to assist you in this process. So this is definitely worthwhile for me, health-wise. And the experience, it's been fun, literally. You know, I could come out here and say it's been a shitty hour, but that's a bad joke, right?
Oh, I've heard that way too.
Yeah, she's probably heard them all.
I've heard it all.
Yeah, she's definitely heard them all for sure in this industry. Yeah. So this is, so when we're done here, of course, I'm going to do follow-up videos on how I feel to add on to this video. And you'll be able to see, and oh, it feels, there's a flush. Whew, definitely, it's a build-up. It builds up like all of a sudden, oh my God, I got to get to the toilet. And you have to remember,
it's gonna release.
She's got the tube there, just let it release on its own and don't force it.
No.
Don't clench, just let it go. You know, like kids do when they're in the pool.
Oh.
Just let the pee flow.
Oh, gee. Well, no, you're not letting any pee flow.
No.
But your bladder does fill up.
Yeah, I can't believe how much stuff has, how much she put in. It's crazy. And, whew, yeah, that was a little bit of a tense feeling there, but yeah, that was good. Definitely. I'm looking in the mirror and trying to let you see my facial reactions. I want you to know that it doesn't hurt, doesn't feel bad. Like it's a process, and
It's an internal workout.
It's an internal workout, right? And especially when she starts standing up and massaging my abdomen area, I feel like we're in the wrestling ring and she's tossing my ass around. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's the pressure will build up all of a sudden, and then it just releases on its own naturally. So.
Pressure builds up when I'm doing a fill. It's called a fill, and then I release, open the valve. And then it pulls things with it. The release pulls things out.
So I missed that. What she's doing here, I'll show you. So there is water in the tube. So she's flushing me out. I guess that's the correct.
It flows through the machine. Yeah, it's being filtered through the machine.
Okay.
It has a double filter, and then it has UV rays to sterilize it. And then so it flows out, it's brought up to body temperature, the pressure is controlled, and I control the flow. And I put some water in as it's flowing. I close the valve so it starts to back up in your system. And then we're expanding out the walls, and I can feel the pressure with my hand on the tube. And I'm also watching the pressure valve here. It's right in the treatment zone, exactly where it should be. And as soon as that starts to move, that needle, we open up the valve. Or I just do it when I feel. I can feel with my hands when things are starting to get, when there's enough pressure to really give you a good flush out.
Okay.
And then sometimes, then I come along, when I notice that we've cleared an area and the water's gone clear, then I come back with my trusty gloved hand and I beat you up again. Okay?
Yep. Just the old man rib cramps from lying down. That's why I put my arm above my head. Takes them away pretty quick.
You okay?
Yep.
I'm not holding back here. Holding back. We're getting everything out that we can.
I felt a little, you could feel the liquid running down between my cheeks, so there was a little leakage. But
that's because I put too much.
Yeah, put too much, but that's okay. It's that's why there's like some kind of a absorbent pad underneath my
Puppy
backside.
pads.
The what?
Puppy pads from Costco.
So I'm sitting on a puppy pad.
They're the best.
They, they work good.
Yeah, they work very well.
Oh. Yeah, this is quite the workout. Mike, I'm gonna have abs of steel when she's done. Oh.
Can you hear that? Squish?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can feel it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it feels great.
You survived?
I'm getting a massage and a colonoscopy.
Colonics.
I don't know what I called it. I don't even know what I said. I didn't even say the right word. I was so distracted. So, Sandy, what is it called professionally again?
Colon hydrotherapy. Yeah.
There you go. Colon
It
hydrotherapy.
means water irrigation of the colon. Yeah.
Water irrigation of the colon.
Yeah.
Interesting. I got a little distracted. Like I said, I don't even know what I said. Some of their
You said
words.
colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy. Yeah, I can't even pronounce it. I'm so distracted. But yeah, so.
That's because you're getting another release now. You're still getting another solid release. And that was from all the massaging we did. Yeah, very good release. Look at the gas. Huge amounts of gas. Your wife is going to thank me.
Especially in that small cabin.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Huge amounts of gas. Wow.
So air bubbles in the evacuation tube is gas.
Yeah.
When I feel a cramp.
It means your muscles are contracting and moving stuff along.
Okay, so that's what the little cramps are, like
Yeah.
little cramps.
Yeah.
But for the last week, I've been getting, like, I'll be lying down, and in the morning, early mornings, I was getting some seriously bad cramps, like clenching my gut cramps. So obviously my diet had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, not enough fiber when you're eating just meat.
So yes, more fiber. And now with the Heart Garden, as I started out, there's a reason why I started out this video in the Heart Garden, is because fiber is key. And we're gonna start doing that more often.
Well, it's key. To feed your probiotics, you need fiber.
Yes.
Your probiotics can't live without vegetable fiber, so you take the pills and then you starve out your probiotics, and you need them for everything. You need them for your immune function, you need them for your digestion, so you got to feed your probiotics prebiotics, which is vegetable fiber. And it also helps, if you're going to have meat, it's really crucial to move the meat through your system with vegetable fiber, because meat has zero fiber. Yeah.
Good to know.
And that's why dogs have such short digestive tracts, is because it's because they don't have any fiber, so they move it through themselves really quickly. Whereas we have a long digestive tract.
So what happens if I'm, so you've soaked the colon to break down large particulate, I guess we'll call it?
Yeah, it's like soaking a lasagna pan. It's like, if you just finished baking a lasagna, and if you try to clean off everything that's stuck to the glass, you could scrub for hours. So you don't scrub, you just soak it, and it lifts off very easily. So that's what we did. We soaked you for a while, hydrated the walls, and we hydrated the material, and it just lifts off and flows out.
Interesting.
But it helps if you take magnesium and vitamin C. That will help, because magnesium helps the colon lining hold water, so it doesn't get dehydrated. Okay, are you up for one more massage?
Sure.
Because we just released that material is done, and so I think we need to release some more material.
Okay.
So maybe one more massage.
Here we go.
And then, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get something losing my.
She gets right in there. Definitely doing the job.
Okay.
Now, my right leg, can I stretch it in the air?
This one, yeah, you can stretch that.
I just have to,
Yeah.
so I got a little bit of a leg cramp, which
Oh,
is very
really?
common with me on a normal basis, not because of the process. Having the back issues and the leg issues, you have to do these
Well,
little
here, I can
things.
lift up the tube and you can.
No,
lie it
I'm
down.
actually comfortable where it is
Are you?
now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, just had a little bit of
Yeah,
a little tightness cramp there.
yeah.
So it definitely, every time you do it, it feels better. Like my
Yeah.
gut feels better. So there, like you said, there was a lot of gas there that you
A
were seeing
lot.
release. So that might have been a lot of my problem.
Whew, it
With
was a
my
lot of
pain.
it was a lot of solid, so I'm just gonna let that go. So this is when you might want to clench.
Okay.
Do your kegel muscles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put chlorophyll. This is the finishing touch. Started with coffee, then we flushed with water, and now we're gonna end with chlorophyll because this is detoxifier, and your colon is full of magnesium, and your colon just loves it. Just loves it. So here we go. Well, I'll wait just a second. See if there's one more release coming. Sometimes that happens.
I can feel a buildup in my
Can ya?
gut area, like I feel pressure.
Okay, there probably is another release coming. So I will encourage that to come. Just let me know if the pressure subsides.
Definitely still there. It feels like it's moving though.
Okay.
That's really weird that you can feel the inside, feel something moving. You know when you eat something hot and you swallow it and you can feel it warm your esophagus all the way down to your stomach. That's what it feels like. Kind of moving through your insides, I guess. The human body is absolutely amazing.
See, this is one thing with this aside is that this machine, this tube should be higher, or no, the table needs to be higher than this so that it drains naturally. That's why, but because it's not, I have to drain like this. I have to
So she's picking the hose up and encouraging
let the water to leave.
the flow,
Yeah.
right?
But I shouldn't have to do that. The table should be high enough relative to the machine. See, there's another release coming.
So there, the
Yeah,
color in the tube changed to a
to
browny color there.
brown, yellow, you're getting
Brown
another
yellow,
release.
so that's good.
You were right, of course. Client's always right.
Client's always right. Well, I could feel it for sure. There was cramp in there, and all of a sudden you could
Yeah.
feel it moving through.
Yeah.
See, she's very in tune with her clients. She talks with them and explains what's going on, and as long as the client's communicating back to her, which they usually do, she knows what she has to do, continue, and
There's even solid matter coming out. Wow.
definitely it feels like something big moving through my colon.
There it
so
is.
they're
Look at all that solid stuff.
So more solid. So definitely backed up more than I thought I
would
was.
Would have
So
imagined. Yeah, I know. Yep. Vasily was right.
it feels like there's so much coming out of me. Like I'm almost feel like I gotta naturally hold on.
But no, please don't. What happens in a long colonic like this is that your bladder fills up.
Okay.
So that can bring the colonic to an end sometimes, is that you're just got to...
You have to go pee and...
Yeah, but with men sometimes we can just give you a urinal, like a little, those small...
Oh, yeah.
But with women it doesn't work like that.
So we're going on 50 minutes. So it's been definitely a comfortable 50 minutes. And so right now I have a bit of I feel pressure and crampy.
That means there's more coming.
So there's probably more flowing.
Yeah.
It's definitely, she's back into the wrestling moves here, and but definitely
Yeah. Anytime you feel pressure like that means something else is moving.
Okay. So what she has on me is a little heating pad on my upper body, or my upper abdomen area. I must admit, she is very thorough. She's doing a great job here. This is very helpful to me.
So we're just going to turn this off for now. We're just going to let it, I think you have one more release coming. Just going to wait for that to flow through. I think it's probably got some more gas.
That's what it feels like again, that I can feel that little crampy pressure that you would normally get from gas.
Yep.
So I'm one of those people that I'm usually pretty in tune with my body and how it feels, where some people won't know. They don't remember things that they've had done or anything like that. So I just look too far into things. I guess that's part of that for me. And I never forget anything. So the color is there in the tube. So I guess another evacuation moment there.
You have to wait longer because you've got a longer distance to travel now, right? Because
I see.
Cleared out the beginning of the colon. Now we're waiting for it to move forward.
Okay.
From deeper.
Okay.
So it takes longer.
Another thing I'm going to add to the credits on this video is links to whatever Sandy recommends, of course, is to education on the colon and the process, so you can understand it a bit more as well. So do you normally recommend people educate themselves thoroughly on the process beforehand, or does that make it worse, like where the client thinks they know everything?
Oh no, it's good. It's good. Always good. Education is the key.
Okay.
For everything, and you can always phone for a consultation, and you can even come to an appointment. And if you change your mind, that's all right. I understand, and there's no charge. And every step of the way, I'm coaching you. I'm hearing you. We're working on things together. It's not like I'm doing something to you. We're working on this together.
So she's squeezing like in a pumping motion on the hose to encourage flow, and I can feel it inside me.
Well, it's also talking to the colon, because it's like a contraction. So I'm talking to the colon, saying you can contract and move this along now.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm talking.
That
We're
makes
having
sense.
a conversation. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so we just released a bunch of material. I don't know if you saw it come through.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
And then, so I think what we're going to do you think you have the capacity to take in the chlorophyll, or do you think you have to wait?
I feel a little pressure.
Do you? Okay, so we will wait, and we will do some draining before we
Okay.
try to put in the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll does change things. It changes how you feel usually. Usually you feel more relaxed, because the coffee is very stimulating, but the chlorophyll is very relaxing, because it's full of magnesium. We're all deficient in magnesium. There.
Now, and the human body's deficient in a lot of stuff, and a lot of that has to do with probably the processed foods people depend on, rather than just eating natural products. I'm bad for chocolates and potato chips. Not as bad as some people eating frozen dinners, and they're filled with preservatives and crap that your body just doesn't reject or doesn't release. It stays in your body, from what I understand from some of that stuff.
It needs to be broken down.
Yeah.
You can't it's just adds another burden.
Preservatives are meant to keep everything together long term. So when you put that in your body, it prevents your body from breaking things down. So, I mean, that's not 100% correct. Obviously, my information is my information and my information only. I'm not a doctor or medical advisor in any way. So do your own research, talk to a professional like Sandy, and like she said, you can call her for a consultation, and that's your best bet. And I feel a little pressure. I feel like my body naturally wants to hold in.
Okay, so we'll just pause right there. I'm just putting in the chlorophyll.
Okay.
Some of the pressure is not going to be released until you get up and sit on the toilet. Yeah.
So I'm going to stand up and have a surprise?
No. Usually we drain you enough so that you can make it to the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do remember, so as a child, in my own personal experiences, when I was a young child, I had bowel issues. I would go 2-3 months without taking a poop. And
really?
Yes, it was that bad.
Really?
So back in those days, in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I would had to drink prune juice every day. I had to do these sit-ups. I had to do these massage techniques my parents did for me. It was so medical stuff has changed a lot since then. Of course, there's different technologies, different procedures. They've learned more about how to do things, and obviously that's changed. When I became a young adult, I ate a lot more fiber. I guess I flowed a lot easier.
Well,
I was very active, and
you need to be hydrated.
Yeah.
You need good hydration. You need good magnesium levels, good vitamin C levels.
So, like she states, good hydration now. A lot of us are bad. We will have, extra large coffee first thing in the morning, and we'll drink coffee at lunch, have a coffee in the afternoon, maybe an alcoholic drink or something in the evening for some nights. So a lot of people think, oh, well, I had a coffee. It's 99% water. I had enough water today. But that's not how it works. You definitely need clear liquids, for sure. It's very important to stay hydrated for everything, mostly to keep your body healthy. All the guests that I've talked to throughout the months and years that I've been here, that have seen Sandy, they swear by this process, that it makes them... some of them are nervous in the beginning, but most of them... they open up right about it, and they say how great it is and how great Sandy is. So this is important.
Did you notice you got 3/4 of that in you now?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm a regular alky.
Yeah. It's chlorophyll.
Drinking my chlorophyll.
Yeah.
It's not on a rag over my face. She's actually putting it in the other end. So we're good.
On the rag on your face is chloroform.
Chloroform. So
This is chlorophyll.
I messed up that bad joke.
This is plant pigment.
Oh, okay.
It has the same structure as our hemoglobin. The only difference is in the middle of hemoglobin, the atom in the middle of hemoglobin is iron, and the atom in the middle of chlorophyll is magnesium, and we're all deficient, so your body loves it. Loves this.
So she just schooled me. I feel punished.
Aw.
But that's a good thing. Because Mark doesn't always know all, as you just learned.
Don't feel punished. No, don't feel punished. It wasn't about punishment. It was just about.
I'm just teasing you,
Yeah.
Sandy. I feel like I have to release for some reason, but it's my body's holding it in. I'm not holding it in, but I have that feeling.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, you're activated now. Your colon has been in activation mode. It's been expelling. So now, any pressure now, you want to activate, right? So
okay.
we're just holding it in a couple minutes to make sure you get the full benefit of this detox. This is detoxing everything that moves through. And it's normal to poop green after this because it does stain the lining. So don't be afraid if you're pooping green for a couple days. There you go, you did it. You did it.
So
The full tank.
for the next few days, pooping green.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I used to be that person that would run to the Pepto-Bismol when I had issues. And Pepto-Bismol, for example, turns your stool black.
Oh, geez.
Feels like it makes it worse. But I don't use that kind of product now. But I feel like I'm going to naturally release. Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There you
My body decided it wasn't holding anymore.
go. Yeah, there you go.
So we're going on the 1 hour mark. So we're
And we're pretty much at the end. We're just doing a final rinse, and then
Okay.
you may or may not still have stuff up there, but it can come out naturally later, or you can sign up for a second session.
okay. I definitely am going to be coming back to see Sandy. This is a very great experience, and I won't be filming the next experience. I think I've done enough to show people what it's about, but that may change, and I feel like I got, oh, there we go. Whew. It, definitely the feeling wrong comment she made in the beginning. Yeah, it does feel wrong, because when you have that feeling, you feel like I should be on a toilet.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's got all the hoses and equipment in the right spots. So, and there's some pressure and release, and I see solid pieces coming out there still. Is that
That
just?
looks like carrot or something, doesn't it? What's that? It's a stick.
I have sticks in my
Tomato
colons.
skin. Maybe.
I had sushi yesterday,
Oh,
so
maybe
it could
that's-
be anything.
Yeah. I didn't think that was on sushi. It looks like a tomato skin, actually.
I eat. There's an Asian or a Chinese radish and shredded beets.
Oh, nice.
So possibly that could have been something that. So now normally that stuff, because we're prematurely taking it out, normally that stuff would be broken down.
No,
sometimes.
that fiber made it all the way through normal.
Oh, so it didn't get broken down.
No.
So, okay, good to know.
So I think, look how clear that is now. It's pretty clear.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to stop the flow,
Okay.
and I'm going to drain as much as I can, and then your job is to sit up quickly enough so that you can get to the toilet, but not so quickly that you get dizzy. You don't want to, you want to take your time so you don't get dizzy, but you're going to go to head straight to the toilet, and you throw the shorts in the garbage, single-use shorts.
So I
And-
go on the toilet with the shorts on, or take them off first?
No. Well, it doesn't matter. Just
Because
get
they have
them
a
down.
hole in the back. So,
Yeah. Just get the shorts off, throw them out, and just relax on the toilet. And you'll need to do some releasing there because there's lots of
Okay.
water still inside.
Okay.
Even though I've drained as much as I could. You ready? So what you do is you bring your foot over to the other side of the tube. Bring this foot
this
over
foot?
there, and then you roll slightly so I can roll slightly so I can pull the tube out. And I'm just draining a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and the tube is out. You are released into the wild.
So I'm gonna make my way to the toilet
Yeah,
without making a mess on Sandy's floor.
that's okay.
And I got wires wrapped around me from the electric pad here. Okay.
You okay? Just take
It's,
your time. Don't get dizzy.
Now it won't be this hard for other people, is because I have a camera phone in my hand doing the, doing the impossible. Here we go. Okay.
You'll have some water and stay there for a few minutes so that you can let the water
Okay.
travel all the way around.
So the one and only time you're gonna see a video of Mark having to sit on a toilet. Now there's a little footstool here that you put your feet up on,
That's called a squatty potty.
a squatty potty.
Yeah.
Because naturally your body needs to be able to Release. Correct? Am I correct on that? Yes.
Yeah, that's a better product.
I know my body just naturally
It's releasing all
released.
And I'm going to turn on the cleaning cycle for the machine.
Oh, do I have to go get back up to that machine?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
So the noise you hear in the background is she's flushing the machine and cleaning it.
I can turn that off if you want.
No, that's fine. It's soothing. It feels wrong sitting on a toilet knowing she's on the other side of the curtain hearing me splash down.
It's okay. That's why
So,
I got the machine on.
but that's, yeah, she turns the machine on so she doesn't have to hear it,
The
right?
machine's nice and noisy.
There you go.
It's an auto cleansing.
So, so I'm constantly releasing right now the odd gas bubble. You can hear it. Kind of embarrassing, but it's the process. So I was wrong. That funky red chair over there was not the throne for me. This is the throne for me. And there's a lot of stuff in there because I'm constant. I've been constant since I sat down, flowing. So that's a good thing, I presume, Sandy?
That's a very good thing. You want that to happen so that it doesn't happen when you're walking down the street.
Walking down the street back to my cabin and leaving a trail. Don't want that. So this facility is on the same property as where I live. For those of you that follow me, know that I live in a cabin on the resort property, about 150 yards away for a walk, so a little bit of a distance. But yeah, this is definitely a process I would highly recommend. The feeling's a little different. I'm not shy, so I wasn't afraid to show this and talk about it. But we'll see. So she mentioned earlier about how it might make you want to pee. I have that feeling. Of course, naturally, when you sit on a toilet, when you're evacuating your bowels, you tend to want to pee anyways. Definitely worthwhile. So we're going to pause the video and I'm going to continue on momentarily. So I'm back here, I'm dressed, I'm not sitting on the bowl anymore, the toilet bowl. I didn't think you wanted to sit and watch that process. So I just have a couple of final words with Sandy here. She just wants to tell you.
Well, not everybody. A colonic isn't for everybody, and you need to be screened. For example, pregnant people cannot have a colonic if you have an aortic aneurysm. It's contraindicated if you have open ulcers inside the digestive tract with active bleeding. You can't have a colonic. But believe it or not, hemorrhoids are okay unless they're like really, if they're open and bleeding. But I work with hemorrhoids all the time. It's fine. We have good lube. We go past the hemorrhoids. It's fine. But there are usually a therapist will screen you and make sure it's safe for you. But in general, we work with the client and the procedure is 100%, well, I can't say 100% safe. You can never say 100% about anything, right? But it's safe, it's gentle, we work with you, we don't work against you, and you feel great after.
All right, so final thoughts from Sandy. And I want to thank her for her patience and letting me be my goofy self and promote this. And I hope you all enjoy this educational process, going through the process with me. And I'm going to head back to my cabin because I feel like I might leak. So squirts, as she called it. So thanks again. So here we are, we're leaving the facility and heading back to my cabin. There's no squirts or leakage or anything like that. I'm walking normal, not wearing a diaper or anything like that. None of the rumors. I just wanted to thank Sandy for the work and so on. I will be going back to see her for a follow-up, probably in a few weeks. And yeah, so far, so good. I'll make sure all the educational website links and stuff are online on the credits and on my link here. And you'll be able to do your own research, your own knowledge. So like every procedure, there's pros and cons, okay? it's not for everybody. I've pushed her off, you know. My wife works in the medical industry, so of course she's heard bad things from that. Sandy is a licensed practitioner, so everything's good and safe and legal, nothing bad. Now, depending on where you live, now podcast is available worldwide, so this may change where you live. So if you're in an area where you have strict laws, they're not allowed to use caffeine, coffee, or chloroform or anything like that, or the products that you use that aren't always used in certain areas. Even in the US, every state is different, so that makes a difference. So again, we're in British Columbia, Canada, so the medical level of laws and stuff will vary from where you are. So okay, so I'm about to get to my cabin here, and we're going to have lunch and just sit down and relax and enjoy a couple hours of peace time before I go back to work. So yeah, you can go back to work when you're done this. It's not a big deal. So I'm home now. There's my cabin and my funky toys. So I will see how the rest of my day goes. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us this week on The Reckless Experience with Mark. Be sure to visit our website at www.recklessexperience.com, where you can subscribe so you'll never miss a show. Make sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to tune in next week for our next episode, The Know-How, The How-To, and the WTF.